All right, everybody, what's going on? Juan Cristales. We are now back at the duplex. This is day number 78. Day number 78, man. I'm excited because we're getting a lot of the finishing stuff done. This is beginning to slow down just a little bit, but I think it's important to ensure that this portion of the work gets done well because this is the stuff that everyone sees, okay? We're talking about like the cabinets, the countertops, the backsplash. This is what's important because this is the first thing buyers, renters, everybody sees. So let me show you here where we're at with it. So we have some of the plugs and switches in. Sorry, I moved it kind of quickly through there. We have the faucets in. This is looking fantastic. I really like how this backsplash looks in contrast with the black matte finish. And then, of course, these little pieces on the end here are the plastic pieces that I was telling you guys about that we do to finish off the ends of the tile. We are now here on the other side of the kitchen. This is where the range goes. That's why there's this big white piece here in the bottom. See this gap right here? That's going to be where the range is going to go, and then right above that's going to be the microwave. But I was just showing you guys a little bit of the detail, mostly because the grout is in and it's finished there. This is what it looks like. Yes, we are going to have issues. No one's in trouble for this, but this happens regularly on tile work. Okay, the painter guy is used to it. He knows that he has to come back and touch up all this stuff. It's not a real big deal. I try not to make a huge deal about it. um, I don't like it when the guys use tile here because this tile always cracks. This, not sorry, not the tile, but the grout here always cracks, always falls apart. And then if it's a tenant or an owner occupant or something like that, they call you and constantly ask you to come back and do it again, do it again, do it again. So instead of doing that, a very cool little quick practical thing that you can do instead of using grout here is using that caulking stuff that I was showing you guys to kind of just put it in there so that way it holds better and it doesn't crack. Okay, so I'm going to cycle through some of the pictures here. This is basically what the finished product looks like. It looks fantastic. And I'm telling you guys that it's okay to spend a little extra time here. We've started this project on Monday, the Monday after Easter. Today is Wednesday. It took them 3 days. And they actually began, I think, on Friday of last week. So it's taken them a good bit of time. So we're talking 5 total days of working on the tile. And it's important for them to take their time because otherwise it comes out too sloppy or you end up pressing the guys too much and it doesn't look good. And this is the stuff that you want to actually look nice. Okay, now I wanted to purposely show you guys this stuff. Again, I don't really care about this stuff because the painter's going to come in and retouch that stuff. The tile guys, remember, you want them to clean after themselves, okay? So any grout, extra grout, it needs to be cleaned off. Any extra concrete, any of that stuff needs to be wiped down. Why? Because it sticks. It becomes very difficult to clean off later. You have to do it with the blade, and then the cleaning ladies, they want more money because they have to sit there and imagine having to scrape all of this stuff. But when it's fresh and they're just now putting the towel, it's very easy to just wipe it off. Okay, so just remember, if you show up and the towel guys is like, "Hey, we're finished. Come take a look." You're inspecting what you expect, right? So you're inspecting their work. So make sure that you tell them, "Hey, man, I need you to make sure that all this grout gets cleaned up before you leave." Okay, so now we have the little soap dispenser area. If you notice, we use a little piece from the bathroom backsplash just to keep it nice. And then, of course, just regular towel here. And then we have the nice little white trim here that I like using. And if your towel guys are not using that, you need to get them to use it, because it just makes it look cleaner. It looks better. Otherwise, you have a just dull edge of the tile sitting there and it just doesn't look very good. This is going to be the master bathroom. This is finished up. It's looking great. And then I'm just taking some more pictures of the kitchen. And this is the other bathroom on the other side of the unit. See some of the scratches and stuff. I'm not sure if you guys can really see it through here. It's kind of dark in there. Sometimes the light switches are not all the way on. I wanted to show you guys this because this is inside the master bathroom, okay? The master bathroom has a window the way the plans are made. And so basically you can't have wooden window seals there. And if you did, then it would rot over time. So what we want to do is make sure that this gets, a nice clean line of caulking so that the water stays out. And then, the rest of it is caulked in really well. And then of course, grout to make sure that all that stuff just goes out all the way. Just to keep any water that splashes up on there is not going to be a big deal. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you today. Right now we're trying to schedule the floors. The floor guy is going to be charging us approximately $3 or just shy of $3 a square foot. That's for material, labor, and everything else like that. One of the things that you have to make sure that you get done before the flooring guys get there is you're going to have to find somebody to just come for a day and just take everything out. So right now, I didn't really take pictures of it, but if you look inside of the units, there's a sheetrock that's left over. There's boxes. There's just trash, just kind of in and out of the property. And so, as part of the build and the construction part, is having someone available that can come in and essentially clean up after you or clean up after the guys. They majority of them try to do as best as they can or whatever, but I'm telling you, it's always going to be an issue. I have yet to find all the crews, and we're talking approximately 50 people that touch this house, okay? 50 total people, just from framers, from electricians to plumbers, air conditioning guys, sheetrock, paint, the cabinet guys, the hardware guys, like all these people that come in and touch. It is very, very difficult for me to get all of them to clean up after themselves correctly every single time. And I've shown you some of those pictures, but it's not the end of the world, guys. So we have someone that is just a laborer guy that just wants to come work for the day. And all he does is just walk around with a trash bag and just picks everything up, puts everything in the trash. And anything that's salvageable or can be saved, we move it over, of course, and try to keep it somewhere where it's out of the way. So that way when the flooring guys come in, they could do their leveling and start working on that. We have not gotten confirmed. It's kind of late on Wednesday. I don't think he's going to be coming tomorrow, Thursday, which is going to be, what's today, the 23rd. So tomorrow is the 24th. So it looks like he might come out on Friday, the 25th, which is okay. It's probably going to take him 2 days. He's going to be there Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday to kind of just finish it all up. Once the flooring is in, guys, this place is going to look fantastic. It's going to look like a totally different place. It's going to be pretty much almost turnkey, ready to go. We're still waiting on the permits for the water tap, unfortunately. And we'll get that taken care of and situated once it comes through. That's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be on again soon.